I think first off, most importantly, is that everyone's hiring. What kind of company, what kind of industry, the need for data science is only growing. If you're in the data industry already, then it's a fun mix of skills that you perhaps haven't had access to as part of your job. You'll get a little bit of data wrangling, you'll get a little bit of building actual programming, actually building pipelines. Obviously you've got machine learning, you've got all these kind of aspects that you're bringing together that creates a really unique role and varies your day. On top of that, I would say that it's a very fast moving space. You've got a great kind of open source, community driven mentality that comes behind it, and that means that every day you can open your inbox and find newsletters about the latest and greatest things. You'll go out to different events and meet some really energized and interesting people who love what they do and will inspire you to do the same. I think if you ask this question to different people, you're going to get answers about the latest modeling techniques or the latest technologies, and I think that's kind of a rubbish answer. What you end up with in data science at the moment is an increasing push towards commoditization of data science techniques and all of this stuff. You can download most packages and install them for free. I think what's really exciting in data science is the increasing vastness of data science applications. You've got new industries that are becoming really, really data-driven, collecting masses of data, and suddenly they have a need for data science when historically they've never had a need for it. Some of the most interesting talks that I've been to have been from industries that you wouldn't even have guessed use data science, such as the gaming industry, the sports industries, for like Formula One, the amount of data scientists, like football, the amount of data scientists powering decisions, logistics, retail, whatever kind of you're interested in, you're able to take data science and apply it to that industry now. And that's what makes it super exciting for me. I think I have 3 bits of advice for beginner data scientists. First is to learn the techniques. Obviously go to school or spend time learning your kind of fundamentals, your statistics, your basic programming, how to use the cloud, all of this stuff there really is no substitute for. You can learn on the job, but if you're trying to get hired, then you're going to need to come to the table with these skills every single time. Luckily for you, there are loads and loads of resources available online. You can actually attend classroom sessions, take a university degree in computer science, or do some statistics or whatever. I mean, there's loads of opportunity, and additionally you've got so much kind of community-led opportunity to learn as well. There's too many talks to attend on a daily basis. There's competitions constantly that you can actually take part in, and when I'm hiring a data scientist, these are the things that I'm looking for most. It's the engagement of a candidate. It's how much they roll up their sleeves and get going in their personal time. These are absolutely key and will distinguish a good data scientist from an average one. Secondly, lots of data scientists that I've worked with have made it very much about the science. They get very excited about using a particular modeling methodology, and they produce a model and full stop. The better data scientists that I've worked with have understood that they're not there to build models, they're there to empower decisions. And that means understanding the context of what you're actually doing. Like, what are you actually selling? If you're in a business, what are you actually selling? What are the requirements of your end users, and how are they measuring success? Like, what are the actual criteria? And oftentimes it's really different from build a random forest. You're talking about things in terms of pound sterling, and volumes of things that you probably wouldn't have even thought about if you just kind of stayed in data scientist mode. So learn what the product is that you're selling, learn how to talk to people in their kind of sales language or whatever product language, anything like that, so that you can really understand what you're trying to achieve and take your data science further than just building a model, which is exciting obviously, but take it on to actually empower decisions, and that's how you get a really class data science candidate. And I guess thirdly, monitor everything you do, and it kind of relates to point number 2, but don't fire and forget any model that you've made. Follow it up, look at the results, follow up with your stakeholders and check that it worked, find ways to validate it after the fact, and pay attention to what you've built, because sometimes a good model might be the best model ever and no one will say anything to you because it's done its job. But if the model hasn't met its criteria, you're going to hear about it, the fuss that it causes, the reputational damage you get, it's a big deal. And so yeah, any pipeline that you build, any model that you make, monitor it, make sure it's doing its job.